It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and this is a special Thursday night into Friday morning podcast because we have a special event coming up in Jasper County. It's Monroe Old Settlers Days. I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's sponsored by my buddy Lynn Donahue. He and I go back to the early 1980s when he had the Baskin-Robbins 31 Flavors franchise in Pella, and I worked at a radio station that was located on Highway 163 between Otley and Pella. It first was KPLL, then it became KXJX. I worked there on two different occasions. And he gave away all kinds of trivia prizes and was a sponsor on the radio station. And years later, after I went from town to town up and down the radio dial and came back to Newton, why, by golly, he had the Jersey Freeze in Monroe. And he has supported my podcast ever since the get-go, a couple of years ago. And I appreciate him for doing that. Every Sunday morning, we give away Jersey Bucks as part of our Sunday morning Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast trivia. And of course, he's a big community supporter. I know that he supports the Iowa Nighthawks football team and he supports Monroe. And he wants you to know that for more Monroe Old Settlers, he has an Old Settlers raffle going on. He invites you to stop by the registration table during Old Settlers and grab your raffle tickets for a chance to win one of these great prizes, including Adventureland tickets, Iowa State football game tickets, Iowa State Fair-themed basket, along with local Monroe business baskets. Tickets are just $1 each, and you can save with bundle pricing, 6 for $5, 12 for $10, 25 for $20. The drawing will be held Saturday, August 8th at 8:15 p.m., and they say thank you for supporting Monroe Old Settlers, and good luck, Old Settlers, and the big raffle drawing. It's going to be great. And, of course, the Knoxville Nationals are coming up, too, and they have, as a main lap sponsor coming up for the Knoxville Nationals, too, the granddaddy of them all. But Lynn and the gang at Jersey Freeze want to invite you to Old Settlers Days in Monroe. Have a couple interview guests coming up, and man, I'll tell you, if you look at the thumbnail, you should be able to see all the activities coming up Friday night into Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening from Monroe Old Settlers. And, I mentioned from the onset, too, that I had a couple of reasons that I wanted to cover Monroe Old Settlers. One of them was because of Lynn Donahue and his sponsorship of this Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast. The other reason, I can remember years ago when KCOB used to broadcast from Monroe Old Settlers back in the 1960s when I was a kid. And, of course, unfortunately, the radio station shut down. It's gone entirely dark, but I'm trying to fill a void to do what I can to replace the radio station in coverage of all kinds of events around the area. So that's why I do this, too. So onward and upward, let's find out everything we can with a couple of organizers from Monroe Old Settlers on Out and About with Jamie Grout. It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, and this is a special podcast about Monroe Old Settlers Days. And we're talking with Andrea Steenhoek and Jen St. Peter, who are organizers for this, and not just the only organizers. It takes a whole group of volunteers to put this on. And I wanted to do this because it's sponsored by my dear friend Lynn Donahue of Jersey Freeze. He's a big community guy, and he's been a big sponsor of this podcast. And if you haven't been to Jersey Freeze yet for the summer, you are missing out. I've been there, I hate to admit, several times this summer, which is probably why I could lose a few pounds. But they have all kinds of delicious ice cream treats. Little Red loves their malts, and I guess so do I. But the one I love and want to feature in particular is the Van and Bonbon Freezer, because my friends Van Harden and Bonnie Lucas had that many years ago. And then Lynn Donahue got the recipe for that, and that's really the only place you can find that ice cream treat is at Jersey Freeze in Monroe. So check that out. It's absolutely delicious. So Andrea and Jen, I'm going to start throwing some questions at you, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, but I remember Monroe Old Settlers when I was a kid because KCOB in Newton used to broadcast from Old Settlers. It's been around for a long time. Do you guys have an idea how long it's been around?
It's been around since I was born, and that was in 1982. I have pictures of my mom bringing me.
Yeah, so, I think it's been around at least since the 1960s.
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure.
Any idea how many volunteers it takes to put this on? It's a bunch. I know that.
We have
at least 50.
At least 50. We have a solid committee made up of, I think there's 8 of us. And we fundraise throughout the whole entire year, different things. And then meet pretty much once a month and gear up for Thursday. It starts Thursday night basically with a pitch tournament, and then we don't really see our houses until Sunday after we clean the park.
Wow, it takes a lot of work to put this on. So let's get to the schedule. We're recording this on Thursday, and I wanted to record it and upload it on Thursday because it starts on Friday. So I don't know which one of you wants to take this or not. I have the schedule in front of me, and you guys do too. So go ahead, sock it to me.
Like Andrea said, I mean, technically Old Settlers starts on Thursday night. We do have a pitch tournament, and it's at the Gathering Place. It's led by another volunteer, which is great, and his wife, so thank you for
And the Gathering Place is right here.
It's a block south, the old lumberyard building.
You can't miss it. It's right on the
Beautiful
highway.
inside, yes. Definitely check out pitch tournament tonight. Free will donation meal there that we all provide from Old Settlers Committee. So we always appreciate people getting their meal when they're there. Once that's all done, we actually are on the square all Thursday night, just setting up the tables and chairs, and vendors start coming in early to set up to get ready for Friday and Saturday. Friday night we hitch off with a night volleyball up on the square, which is nice, straight behind the bandstand. Another volunteer helps with that, which is great. On Madsen Field across the street from Dollar General, we have a foam party from 6 to 8 and also bubble soccer this year because our theme is all fun and games. So we thought it'd be fun to have a soccer game.
How fun is that? And those foam parties are so popular.
The kids love them.
Yes.
All ages love them, yes. Yeah. Children's Parade, again, doesn't have to be a theme. You can just ride your bike, walk, have a float. We have all sorts of great creativity for the Children's Parade at 6:15. The dancers, we have Jazz Creations, the PCM cheerleaders, Stepping Out Dance Studio, Wilson Dance Company. They all do a great job performing on the stage for us as well. And then we announce our parade winners from the Children's Parade and a Power Wheels Demo Derby. Jamie, do you know what a Power Demo Derby is?
I know what a demo derby is, Jen. I've been to those before, and those are a lot of fun.
Okay.
But what's the difference between a regular demo derby and a power demo derby?
So think about those really cool little cars that you'd see in the Walmart or Target up on that top shelf. When you're as a kid, you're thinking, I want that, and they're $250.
Yeah.
Well, another volunteer rolls up with his trailer, and he loads out 30 of those things, and people come from miles around the town, brings up their Power Wheels, and the kids jump on, they hook up balloons, and they just like to demo it out right here in the street.
So is it the object to pop the balloons
Yes,
then?
it is.
Is that
Yes,
what it is?
Yep.
Oh, how
They're wearing
fun.
helmets, they're safe, they're wearing helmets.
That sounds like a blast.
The last balloon standing is the winner.
Wow.
And then back to Liv Donahue, he donates 100 or so Jersey Freeze bucks every year. So any of the
sure.
kids who participate always get a Jersey Freeze buck to get down there to get some ice cream.
He's just the best of the best.
And this year our band for Friday night is Gimmick. We've not had them out here yet. We've had great reviews, seen them all over Jasper and Polk County. So we're excited to have Gimmick come out Friday night.
All right, great. Okay, what else?
So Saturday morning, well, we typically then after Gimmick is done, the Old Settlers Committee picks up the park and waits for Saturday morning to roll around. And our Methodist Church is up there bright and early, making a free will donation breakfast. And then that's typically 6:30. People start strolling in for that. 7 a.m. down at the Red Rock Park, we have the registration for the MAM. It's a 5K, 10K. Then they have out early registration for that, and then you can also register day of. So then that trickles off at 8 a.m. The car show registration then starts to begin at 8 o'clock as all the runners are coming through.
And this is like classic cars again?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And that's
Great.
at Madsen Field.
Yep.
Okay.
And then from that point, MAM is finishing up. We start these children's sport races on the road right in front of the square. We have bike races, running races, and I think the ages are from 2 to 14 or 12.
14,
Yeah. And that's all volunteers. People just know their role and they show up and they do it, and they've done it for years consecutive. And then this year we have something new, Pedal the Prairie. It's a fundraiser for the Red Rock Prairie Trail. We're really trying hard to get a trailhead built in Monroe at Red Rock Park, that trail that goes to Prairie City. We have a adults bags tournament and a sand volleyball tournament all day, just off the square and on the square. The kids get to be in a money toss at 10:30. It goes by age groups, and they toss money out the window. And that is a tradition I remember when I was like 5 years old, being in that money pit. And even still the smell of the
The mulch.
The mulch or wood chips or whatever. Wood shavings, yeah. So money toss, and then we have a frog jumping contest.
What? A frog jump?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Usually it's the frogs that jump.
Yeah.
And is that what it is? It's to see how the frogs jump? Is that the deal on
yes.
that?
You bring up your frog and go find a frog, bring it up to the square. It goes by age groups. And then we have a start line and a finish line. And each age group, your frog, make it go fast.
How fun is that?
Yeah. So, and then a part of that contest, we've always done the biggest frog contest, but the volunteer that just took it over has now made this huge rodeo belt to give away, and it's all customized with the biggest frog 2026 Old Settlers.
Wow.
And we do let those frogs go afterwards if they don't already make it down the storm sewer.
And again, if you don't have a frog, there's always a volunteer too that brings up a nice big tub of frogs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, Colt Kingery's been out catching frogs all week long for this.
Okay, great.
And then, so then 11:30, it kicks off our bags tournament, and volleyball's going on. There's a pet parade in front of the bandstand put on by the Monroe Library.
Kids' water fight starts on the square at 11, so if you're a little warm, the kids line up there and they like to hose
Okay.
each other off.
All right,
Fire
great.
department here in town
Good times.
honors that. And then after the water fights, they laid out all these tables, and they just, Leighton St. Bank actually lays out all the watermelon in the world, cuts it all up, and it's just a watermelon feed.
Oh, I love
And
those
that's
watermelons.
40 minutes, free,
Yeah,
free,
yeah.
yep.
Sounds like a good time. All right, what else?
So throughout the day, we have arts and craft displays going on throughout the park. Jen here she puts on a heck of a show with vendors. I think, how many do you have this year, Jen?
I have 22 food. We have 22 food vendors, and I believe 20 non-food vendors. So
Wow.
arts and crafts. I mean, you can get laser printed items, beads. I mean, jerky. You can get a taco. I mean, it just.
Are they all
wind
around
chimes.
the square then, Jen?
Yes, all around the square. Yes.
Okay.
And we'll have 3 sides to our square, so it gets pretty tight up here. But people love it, and they show up from miles around
That's
for our vendor
so
show.
if you leave hungry from Monroe Old Settlers, it's your own fault,
I would agree.
right?
Correct.
Okay, all
Good
right.
job. Good,
All right.
Jamie.
What else, Andrea?
All day long, we have bingo. We actually have a shelter house in the park that is designated for bingo at Old Settlers, 25 cents a card. That goes on from noon to basically after the parade in the evening. And then we have our Monroe registration table for Old Settlers is set up in the park. This year we have several raffles that we're giving away, 50-50, a local basket of gift cards galore.
Iowa State Fair gift basket this year.
Yep, and then Iowa State ticket giveaway. So those are all things you can purchase right at that registration table. We obviously have rides going on in the concessions, of course. And then the car show will go on all afternoon. I think it ends like at 2, if I'm correct. And then that kind of is just moseying on from the park over to Matson Field to the bags tournament on north of the square.
We have events all day long in the square. I mean, there's the memorial service, a flag ceremony, the quilts of valor. We have awards up the day. So the bandstand's always busy. And we have another nice volunteer, Stephen Van Ryslik, does a great job just announcing all day and night. Just he's there to help if you have questions. He's also wanting to announce what's coming up next and what you've already missed and all the good stuff with the schedule.
You betcha.
And then our local dance studios, they bring up their talented kids. They take the stage at 1:15, stepping out, and then 2 o'clock Wilson Dance Company will go up with their kids. And what they practiced for all last year, they will put on a little show in the park for an hour and a half or so.
And then we have a little downtime from about probably 3 o'clock to about 6 o'clock where the square gets kind of quiet. The vendors stay open, but that's probably their time to break and get a quick snack. But people are still kind of moseying around. That's the time where all the volunteers will kind of go home, quick and freshen up, get new clothes on, come back, and we get ready for our big parade. And the
Okay.
registration starts at 6 o'clock at the high school. There's no pre-registration. Just show up with your float. We'll get you in line. And then our parade's almost a full hour long. It's a nice parade around town.
That is great. Now, I see that you give out car show awards. Is there an entry fee for the car show at all, or is that free, or how does that work?
There is an entry fee.
I believe it's $20.
Okay.
I'll double check on my list here real quick. We got these lists, Jamie. It's really nice because we get asked all these questions and we don't, because we have so many volunteers, we just know they're doing their thing. And so
Well,
then
sure.
we're like, oh yeah, what's going on with that?
Well, I know how that works on committees. You know, you kind of have subcommittees that
We
do
do.
this and do
Yes,
that
we're
and the other
thankful for
thing.
that.
Sure.
$20 entry fee. There's free pizza for all participants. Top 25, best of show. You register from 8 to 12. They vote at 1, and then they have awards in the square. And Clint Price has overseen that every
Okay.
year, as far as I remember.
And you say the parade goes on for an hour, and then there's some awards and more and all kinds of stuff, and then you have a big band thing going on
We got
that
Damon
night.
Dotson coming. He's been here before. Huge turnout for him.
Yeah,
so.
very popular.
Yeah. And then our favorite, we brought this last year, the silent disco, and it's just right off in the road, but headphones, and you're just jamming to your own music. It brought out a lot of people last year, so we thought we'd bring it back again
All
for the
ages,
second
too.
year.
So people are dancing, but it's to their own music.
Yes, it's really a neat thing. Yes, if you're a CN Silent Disco, you need to
Yeah.
YouTube and check it out.
I
It's
had to
pretty neat.
get a video going on that.
Yeah,
That
you
sounds like
should.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, that is just great. Man, so much stuff going on for Monroe Old Settlers. Anything else you guys would like to add about this? You have so many activities. I mean, you've been working so hard. Congratulations to
Well, thank you. And
But
thank you to all our volunteers. I just have to say that out loud because we, like Andrea said, people just step up and they come out of nowhere and say, I can help with this, I can do this. And they just show up without us even asking most years. So thank you to all our volunteers to put this on.
And
So-
we're
Whole
a
village.
self-funded, nonprofit, self-funded. The city does help us out with a portion of the carnival, but to all the fundraising, the community support is incredible. We wouldn't put this on if we didn't have them.
You betcha. Well, it's nice that these, smaller towns, these communities like Monroe and, so many others do these neat little festivals, these get-togethers like this. I was talking to a guy today who used to live in Mount Pleasant, and they have the old Threshers. And,
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is it? Adele has their Sweet Corn Festival. And, you have your own, and it's just so charming and wonderful. And congratulations to you and the other volunteers for doing what you do. And it all kicks off on Friday night at 5 o'clock with the night volleyball and the foam party, and list goes on and on. Is there a website or someplace people can go to find these activities, guys?
We do have a Facebook page, just Monroe.
Facebook page?
Monroe Old Settlers. And then we also have a Facebook I would really recommend people to go to our Facebook page before the website because we have live updates on that throughout the weekend.
Okay.
Yes.
Monroe Old Settlers.
Monroe Old Settlers.
Okay. And thanks again to Lynn Donahue and the crew at Jersey Freeze in Monroe. And I know that the Jasper County Fair Queen is an employee at Jersey Freeze in Monroe. I interviewed her and talked to her about that, and he supported my podcast from the Jasper County Fair, and he's supporting Monroe Old Settlers. Lynn, you are just the best of the best, buddy, and thanks for all your support for the community. You're a great guy, and God love you, man.
Thanks, Leonard.
Thanks, Lynn.
We love you. So check out Monroe Old Settlers. You will not be disappointed. You'll have a good time, and it sounds like the weather's going to cooperate for it,
We
too.
hope so.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, there you go. Our interview guests have been Andrea Steenhook and Jen St. Peter of Monroe Old Settlers on Out and About with Jamie Grout. Until next time, Grout is out. See ya.